Listen up, Commanders Nation. Today, we've got news that could flip this season around. Rumors are swirling that an elite defender, a four-time Pro Bowler, might be joining our secondary. Could this be the move that puts us toe-to-toe with the heavyweights? With other contenders in the mix, we can't afford to let this opportunity slip by. But that's not all. There's talk that another franchise might be willing to let go of a young defensive star. With a track record that's making noise around the NFL, this move could be the missing piece we need to lock down the division and keep dominating. Just imagine the impact on our defense. And finally, an unexpected twist. A promising draft pick could be on the chopping block, seemingly not fitting into our new coach's system. Rumors of a potential trade are buzzing, and this decision could shake up the team structure and open new doors. Don't go anywhere, Commanders fan, because everything could change in a flash. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on here? The Washington Commanders are making big moves, and today, with just hours left before the trade deadline, rumors are pointing toward a possible pursuit of Lattimore. That's right, you heard it, a four-time Pro Bowler. Now, let me ask you this, who saw that coming? This team went from 4 wins last year to an incredible 7-2 this season. Is this a sign that we're finally seeing the Commanders turn into true title contenders? But let me tell you something, bringing in a player like Lattimore isn't just adding talent to the defense, it's making a statement. With Dan Quinn's leadership and the spark Jaden Daniels has brought as quarterback, this team has a new culture, a winning mentality that hasn't been seen in years. And if you ask me, this is the kind of signing that would put any NFL team on notice, am I right? I'll tell you this, if the Commanders land Lattimore, teams across the league are going to start looking at them differently. Now, let's get real. The reigning champs, the Kansas City Chiefs, are also interested in Lattimore. Yes, the very same Chiefs who are gunning for their 3rd Super Bowl in a row. And I have to ask, do the Commanders have the guts to go head-to-head with Kansas in the market and win a player of this caliber? I believe they do, and they better, because if they're serious about a Super Bowl run, this is what's expected. The way I see it, if you want to build an elite defense, you can't let your direct rivals snatch opportunities like this from you. Look, it's no secret the Commanders might have been looking for a wide receiver, but, frankly, that market's already dried up. But adding a piece in the secondary, someone with Lattimore's experience and skills, would be like building a wall on defense. And seeing how this team's defense has evolved, I think a player of this caliber would be the cherry on top. And let me tell you this. A defense that combines experience with the aggression Quinn has instilled, that's the kind of defense nobody wants to face in the playoffs. So here we are, just hours away from the final decision. The question is, are the Commanders going to pull the trigger and go for Lattimore, or are they going to let this golden opportunity pass them by? Because I'm telling you, this is the move that could change the course of their season. And if they don't act now, who knows when they'll get another shot like this? Now, I'm asking you, Commanders fans, do you think this team should take the risk and go for Lattimore despite the Chiefs' competition? Is this the missing piece that'll take us to the next level? Here we go, Commanders fans! Did you know that the Commanders are close to securing a premium defensive boost? We're not talking about just any player, we're talking about a star player. This week, rumors have put Newsome II, a key cornerback from the Cleveland Browns, on Washington's radar just before the NFL trade deadline. And now I ask you, could this be the move that finally solidifies our defense? I'm telling you, it just might be, but let's break this down. Now, we know the Commanders are on a roll, boasting an impressive 7-2 record after taking down the New York Giants. I'm telling you, this team is no illusion, it's a reality. And the competition in the NFC East is fierce, with the Eagles hot on our heels just a game behind. This moment is crucial, and the team needs specific adjustments if they want to secure that playoff spot and, why not, the division title. But let's look at the defensive situation. While there have been recent improvements, our cornerbacks still need help. We've got rookies Mike Sainristil and Benjamin St. just holding it down, along with Noah Igbenegin in the nickel role. However, to go far, we need someone more solid in the secondary, someone who commands respect. And that's where Newsome II comes in, a strong option that's making waves. So why Newsome? First off, because he's only 24 years old. He's young, fast, and has a natural ability to read the opponent's plays. He's proven himself in Cleveland, being a central piece in their defense. So the question is, are the Browns willing to part with him? I believe they are. With Cleveland falling to a 2-7 record, it looks like they might be in rebuilding mode and will want to get something of value before next year's draft. Let me put this in perspective, dear fans. If we manage to get Newsome into a Commanders jersey, we're talking about an immediate transformation in our defense. This kid is under contract until 2025, earning around $13 million, a worthwhile investment if we're serious about strengthening our team for the crucial stages ahead. Can you imagine what it would mean for our team to have such talent on defense? Do you see him as the missing link for our first division title since 2015? Because personally, I believe this move would take us to the next level. So, Commanders fans, I'm throwing the ball to you. Do you think bringing in Newsome is what we need to advance in the playoffs? Or would it be better to target another boost in a different position? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts, your arguments, and your passion for this team. Alright, Commanders Nation, listen up because this is big news. If you think drama and uncertainty are part of this team's DNA, today is no exception. We're hearing some strong rumors. The Commanders are ready to say goodbye to Emanuel Forbes Jr., the last gem of the Ron Rivera era. So let me ask you, are we really willing to throw in the towel on this young talent? Or do you think this just confirms how bad those draft picks were? Let me tell you this. Emanuel Forbes was Rivera's bet, the guy he believed could transform the secondary. However, he hasn't logged a single defensive snap in Week 9 against the Giants. What does that mean? I'll spell it out. The new coaching staff, led by Dan Quinn, no longer sees him as an essential piece. And that makes me wonder, and I'm asking you too, what kind of message does this send to the fans and the young players when a first-round pick turns into a burden instead of a defensive pillar? According to Josina Anderson, a reliable NFL source, the Commanders have been testing the waters to see if any team is interested in taking Forbes off their hands. This is a clear sign that Washington might be ready to throw in the towel with him. And here's my next point. What could we get in a trade? Because let's be honest, the return for a player who hasn't shown consistency or the physicality our defense needs will be low, and we're not talking about a first-round pick here. This leads me to the big question that we, as fans, need to ask ourselves. Is this an open criticism of Rivera's management or just another necessary step to build a new era under Quinn? I think it's a bit of both. It's a statement from the new regime. If you don't fit, if you're not the type of player we want in our culture, it doesn't matter if you're a first-round pick. You're out. This got me thinking, is it time for Forbes to seek a fresh start? Because let's be clear, this kid needs a change, a team where he can reinvent himself and where he doesn't carry the weight of a failed draft pick on his shoulders. Sometimes, a new environment is all a player needs to break out. But if this happens, then the spotlight will be on us, the Commanders, and our urgent need to find someone who can bring stability to our defense. Because Forbes isn't working out, and we can't keep waiting for him to get it together. And before I wrap this up, here's what I want to know from you, the true fans of the Commanders. Do you think the team is making the right call by looking to part ways with Forbes? Or do you think we're about to let go of someone who could be key down the line? Let me know your thoughts in the comments because I want to hear what you think. Now I ask you, loyal Commanders fans, do you think our team should take the risk and go after Lattimore, even with the fierce competition from the Chiefs? We want to hear your thoughts below, so drop your opinions and add your voice to our community. Also, do you think bringing in Newsome is the key we need to make that leap into the playoffs? Or would you prefer the team to bolster a different position? Share your perspective in the comments and keep being part of this great conversation. Finally, do you think the team is making the right call by considering letting go of Forbes? Or do you think we might be losing someone who could be crucial down the line? Your opinion matters. Don't hesitate to share your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe and be part of this community where we're all one big family of Commanders. Join us so you don't miss any updates and follow every detail with us. And remember, hail to the Redskins!